Conor, you saw Jose Aldo up close when he beat Chad Mendes in Brazil last year. Did watching the fight in person give you a better idea of what to expect from him?
I tell you what, I looked at that fight ringside and thought to myself, wow, this Chad Mendes guy, he hits like an animal. He's a dangerous, dangerous man. And then I went in myself and realized he hits like a bitch. And if anything, it showed me that these people aren't on my level.
I mean, we've seen you in the lead up to the world tour you did with Aldo. You were very much on. When you're in the public eye like that, is it kind of Conor McGregor multiplied by 100? We see a persona, more of you, or is that the you?
Mate, you have a very distinctive voice. I've spoke to you many times, and we've had this conversation many times, I feel. There is no persona. There is no act. I'm going in. I'm telling my opponent what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. I'm assessing and dissecting their game, their life, their mental approach. I'm dissecting everything. And that's it. And it's no persona. It's no nothing. In that particular time where you're on a world tour or you're doing these press conferences, people asking you questions, and I'm simply running with it and telling the truth as to what I believe. I will KO Jose Aldo and I will face the winner of the lightweight belt, which takes place a week after, and then I will fight for that. So within the next two fights, I will be a two-weight world champion. As far as the Ronaldo comparison, it's a comparison that I hear a lot, but you know, if anything, the comparison is just because we are two workhorses. She puts in a hell of a lot of media work, and I've got to put the media work in as well. But in reality, we are two different people. We are on two different paths. So I don't really focus on her situation or anyone else's situation for that matter. I'm just doing what I'm doing, and in what I'm doing, I'm carrying this whole damn game, and I love it. It feels light. The game, I'm carrying it on my shoulders, but it honestly feels light to me. I feel like doing single leg squats with the whole game on my shoulders because it ain't nothing.
Before, years back, was when you were looking to the UFC, was the goal to be the UFC featherweight champion first, or was the goal to be the first guy to beat Jose Aldo?
No, and I tell you why, because winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. So I'm a winner. I focus on winning. I entered that promotion as a winner, as a two-way world champion, focused on winning. And that's it. The opponent, I always hear that sometimes. You always hear that with people. I've been training for this guy my whole life. How many times you hear that? These contenders coming up. I've seen this guy when I first started, this guy was the man. And I've been training to prepare to fight him my whole life. And then he goes in and gets his ass handed to him on a plate. Because losers focus on winners, and winners focus on winning. So I came in here looking to win all the belts. Didn't matter who holds them. It doesn't matter who holds them. I hold them. You know what I mean? Jose didn't show up. Jose doesn't show up. It makes no difference. It's still me that coming to see because I'm focusing on me and I'm focusing on winning.
You know, the rumors were pretty strong that you had a knee injury, and obviously you weren't going to talk about it prior to the fight, and you didn't really want to talk about it immediately after. But since then, you know, you publicly came out and said that you fought with about an 80% torn ACL. And my question is, you know,
I'm an animal.
Why do that? Why put yourself at the risk, the physical risk, everything?
Why? Because I'm a beast. Nothing can break me. Nothing can stop this train from taking over this game. Absolutely nothing. I had a busted up leg, and they knew I had a busted up leg, and they planned to target it. They celebrated that because it happened on the world tour. They knew it. Their whole camp knew it, and they celebrated it and plotted a way to attack it. You know what I mean? He bruised his rib and pulled out a fight. And I still told him when he bruised his rib, I said, show up, and I won't target your body. I said that to him. I said, if you show up here, I won't hit you once to the body. I'll hit you clean in the face. And he still didn't show up. So I showed up because nothing can break me. No amount of adversity I cannot conquer. And that's it. My mind is strong, stronger than anything. And that's it. I went in with complete belief that my shots would land. I have so many shots in my book that although I had to put a few shots into my back pocket because my movement was limited, I could pull out a couple more out of my other pocket because that's how many damn shots I have in my book. I could write a trilogy on that fucking skill.
And obviously you're going to make your own decision, and you have a lot of confidence in yourself. Clearly, was there anybody, from whether it was a member of your team, possibly a doctor, anybody who said, this is fine, especially now that José's pulled out. Why don't you come off, not risk yourself further injury? We can heal up the ACL, and it'll, you won't be putting yourself at risk as much. Was there anyone who advised you to not take the fight at 189?
International Fight Week, hell of a world tour. Fans saved their hard-earned money to come fly and see that show. $7 million gate, $50 million pay-per-view. God knows what else in sponsorship and merchandise sales throughout the whole week. If I'd have walked from that show, I'd have flushed the company's money down the toilet. I'd have flushed the fans' money down the toilet. I'd have flushed my own money down the toilet. I showed up. I came through for everyone that's put in so much. And that's it. That's why I done it. I could have walked, and I tell you what, 100% of the roster would have walked. That was supposedly my kryptonite. The American wrestler. Oh shit! They've been keeping the cash cow from the American wrestler. They don't want to put him against the American wrestler. He's a cash cow. I want to save him. They gave me him on 3 weeks notice. 3 weeks notice. They gave me supposedly the hardest test of my career, and I still took it. You know what I mean? So that's it. I came through. I showed up. People put in a lot to come to the event, to create the event, and I'm extremely grateful for that. And I show up and fought. Jose pulled with a bruise and not even an apology to the fans, let alone everything else, let alone all the other work that was put in. Not even an apology to the fans. Motherfucker pulls every week.
I'm not really concerned about prior resume. I know exactly who he fought. We fought the same guy. I know how he fought him, and I know how I fought him. I've fought some very, very tough guys in my time. Chris is just about to find out. He's got a lot of holes in his game, and he just hasn't fought anybody that's able to exploit him until now. He's gonna fight a guy that's not gonna. I'm not gonna sit there and cower down and let him control the ring. I'm gonna stop him in the middle of the cage. I'm gonna out.
I can't wait.
Dominate.
I can't wait.
And then we'll finish.
So you talked after the fight about fighting Aldo at 194 as being a little too early, and I'm wondering what was behind that statement. Was it your knee or was it something else?
No, it was certainly nothing got to do with me. It was got to Jose's little weak body. He banged up his body and he pulled out a contest. I felt it's less than 5 months or something. I felt it might rush him into camp. It might rush him back into heavy training, and the same thing might occur. That was a worry for me, because I know if an exit presents itself for my friend Jose, he's going to take it. So I thought to myself, let him chill for a little bit, let him rest up, instead of sending him back into camp. I've no doubt he's in that camp with his body sore, and I've no doubt I've no doubt he doesn't want to be there. So I just wanted to prolong it a little bit, let him recover. But
nothing about your knees.
I'll no, my body's fucking great. I'm swinging them legs like a motherfucker here. So I just wanted to give him a little bit more time. But it seems okay right now. It was probably around this time last time that he pulled out. So I'm still not gonna. I might breathe a little easier when he touches U.S. soil. But it seems to have worked out. He seems to be showing up this time, so I'm happy. But that was the reason I said that.
Yeah, that wasn't even the issue at all. He's not going to be able to find me in there anyway. He's not going to be able to hit me in the body anyway. So that wasn't the issue. The issue for me was mainly the weight cut with the ribs. Being there and winning the fight, I'm going to do regardless. So the issue was really something else and not him hitting me in the body.
He's saying he called you, though.
He wasn't going to call me. He got scared when he saw me. Why the hell was he going to call me? And, me not even needing to say that he's got a bad knee. So don't worry. Wherever I hit, he's going to go to sleep.
Really, in a lot of ways, you are the person promoting this card the most. Obviously, there's a language barrier with Aldo a little bit, so you have to be the one doing TV appearances and being, doing Jimmy Kimmel Tonight, things like that. So how do you handle all that?
I embrace it. It's part of the game. With Ronda, she does as much. She does even more in reality than me. But I feel maybe there was some other issues. There was personal issues. There was a lot on display. I feel that one, So for me, I just handle my own business. It's part of the game. Right now, tonight, I'm going to head to do the Jimmy Kimmel show. Then after that, I head back to my gym. We do some positional sparring tonight. And carry on. It's business as usual. This is the life I've created, and there's no one better at this. Recently I watched Rocky 3. If you watch Rocky 3 at the start of it, he has he's a mansion, he's 7 cars, he's got this little robot that brings him coffee and stuff, and he's doing all these ads and talk shows, and he's getting sloppy and lazy. And then meanwhile, Clubber Lang is in a dark alleyway, sprinting, throwing shots, visualizing, and I kind of smiled watching that, because I'm like Rocky 3 in that I have the big houses, I have the cars, I have the robots bringing me coffee every morning, but then at the same time I'm also like Clubber Lang, training. I'm training like Clubber, but I'm living like Rocky. So I think I have a perfect balance right now. Maybe one that might have got a little bit too much into the media and with the personal stuff, maybe didn't focus as much as on her training, but in that current time. But for me, I have a perfect balance. I'm living good, and I'm training hard.
Are you okay maybe giving Aldo an immediate rematch in Croke Park? Would that be worth it to you to do an immediate rematch, or how do you feel about that?
We'll have to see how the contest plays out. If he can give me a war and he can earn a rematch, well, then we can do a rematch. But I just don't see him answering the bell for the second round. I just cannot see him beginning. I can't see his face or his body at the beginning of the second round. I see him KO'd inside one. When you KO a man inside one, there's no need for a rematch. So if he can come and if he can bring a war, and we can do this and trade for 5 rounds or whatever, then maybe I'll consider a rematch. But I feel he won't get up off the stool and answer that bell for the second round. So I'm looking to emulate what I achieved in my previous promotion and collect 2 belts, 2 different weight divisions, hold them consecutively, defend them consecutively, and carry on.
I adjust well. I stay relaxed. I stay focused. And we've all seen with Chris, he gets frustrated when you hit him. When things don't go his way, he sacks up. He fights with his balls. Good for him. It's got him by to a certain point, but it's about to get him in big trouble. So I mean, he's got his wrestling game plan. He's going to get hit. He'll start to strike. He'll go from A to B. He better have C, D before he realizes he's going to have an F and he's going to fail.
Do you feel there's an anger still within you for Conor McGregor, and have you stopped calling him the clown or the joker in your mind?
No, it has nothing to do with that. I mean, the guy's working for me. He's basically making me money, so how could I be angry at him? I think he did very good for the weight class, so I'm happy with that.
As Conor said, he said tonight that he thinks you will be there in the octagon in 10 days' time, but can you assure us all and assure all the fans that you will be there in 10 days' time facing Conor McGregor for the undisputed world featherweight title?
That's for certain. I will be there. That's more certain than all of our deaths in the future, and I will be there and I will win as usual.